What is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing my top 5 favorite Easter egg endings. And what I mean by Easter egg endings could be a lot of things. It could be like the reward you actually get from completing the Easter egg, it could be the cutscene, it could be whatever it unlocks, it could be a lot of different things. And the reason I'm doing this is because I just don't want this list to be nothing but Easter eggs that give you all the perks when you actually complete it. I feel like that would be kind of boring. I want to switch it up, keep it fresh. So let's go ahead and get on to number 5. So taking number 5 spot is going to be Call of the Dead's Easter egg. Now I really like Call of the Dead's Easter egg, mainly because Treyarch actually made an attempt to switch it up for solo players. Even though the solo Easter egg is incredibly easy and there's like 3 steps, they at least made an attempt. And the reason it's on this list is because once you actually complete the Easter egg, whether it be solo or with multiple people, whenever you kill George, you get the Wonder Waff. So prior to doing the Easter egg, whenever you kill George, you get a shitty death machine. And the death machines in Black Ops 1 were god awful. They really poop out like around 30, and you can't switch out of them. The Black Ops 3 death machines are like 10 times better. But once you actually do the Easter egg, if you do it solo, whenever you play solo and you kill George, you're going to get a Wonder Waff. And if you did the Easter egg with other people, whenever you play with more people and you kill George, you're going to get a Wonder Waff. And I really love that. And it's not just for that game, it's for whatever game you play after that. As long as you have that achievement, whenever you kill George, you'll get the Wonder Waff. And that's a really good idea. Treyarch actually made this Easter egg like a long-term impact for this map. It's not like, oh, you just get the achievement and you get the storyline, and the next map you can do the Easter egg and continue the storyline. It's like, hey, you did the Easter egg, now we're going to reward you every time you play. And if you're a high rounds player, that Wonder Waff is very, very helpful, especially if you're playing solo. So I really love what Treyarch did with the Call of the Dead Easter egg reward. Not a huge fan of like the steps themselves, but I really do like the reward, and that's why it's at number 5. So taking the number 4 spot is going to be Zetsubo no Shima. Now before you start angrily typing in the comments, Rabbit, fuck you, you're bald, I'm not a huge fan of Zetsubo no Shima, the map itself, nor am I a huge fan of the Easter egg, but what I am a fan of is the Easter egg reward. Once you actually do the Easter egg, you get that nice long tunnel right next to the elevator, which is a really, really good camping spot. You could chill your ass off there for a long time. I was able to sit there till round 50, and that's kind of when I ended the game, but I feel like I could have kept going at least to the 60s or 70s as long as I kept getting my alchemical antithesis. I think I could have sat there for a long time. And this just brings back so many memories of Doris of just sitting on that catwalk. But unlike Doris, in this little tunnel, you have like an escape route. You can always just hop in the elevator and take it if things start to get a little too hectic. So that's why I love Zetsubo no Shima's Easter egg. The cutscene was pretty good, the reward was pretty cool. I just really love what it unlocked. I love how we get this little hallway. You can just chill there for a long time. Now a lot of people might be thinking, oh, that's just a cheap strategy to get to high rounds. I really don't care. I find it fun and entertaining. It's better than actually playing Zetsubo no Shima itself. So that's why I decided to put this at number 4. Alright, and taking number 3 spot is going to be Gorod Krovi. Now when Gorod Krovi first came out, I despised this Easter egg with every fiber of my being. Mainly just because me and my friends didn't have good gobblegums. We're not famous YouTubers, we're just a bunch of losers who play video games, and one of us happens to be bald, and we didn't have a bunch of gobblegums. We didn't spend a lot of money to go out and get perkaholics for days, so we were going into the boss fights with like the basics of basic gobblegum, and we were really struggling. And when we finally got it, I was looking back and I was like, hey, this Easter egg was really fun. The reason it's on this list is because the boss fight is really fun. I would say out of every single Easter egg, this one has the best boss fight. Yeah, Horizon Drax was pretty good, Revelations was Zetsubo no Shima's boss fight was This one was by far my favorite. It is a good and challenging boss fight, and that's why it's on this list. It is so much fun. You gotta fight the dragon, and then you gotta fight Nikolai. Now, I'm not a huge fan of it storyline-wise, but just pure gameplay-wise, it is really fun and entertaining. If you just go with a group of 4, and you're just looking to have some fun and just pal around and not really be too serious about it, this one is by far the most fun. Now, the steps leading up to it can be up for debate, but the Easter egg ending, the actual boss fight itself, is really good, and that's why it's at number 3. So taking number 2 spot is going to be the Doris hide-and-go-seek Easter egg. Now you might be wondering, why the fuck is this on here? You don't get anything for completing the Easter egg, you just get Samantha screaming at you. And that's kind of why it's on here. I find that when Samantha yells at you, game over, really fucking creepy. And it kind of just reminds me of zombies back in the day when it wasn't really like space aliens, it was more Nazi zombies and creepiness. And that's just why I love the ending to this Easter egg. It has that perfect Nazi zombie feel to it. And I'm not gonna lie, the reason it's number 2 on this list is pure nostalgia. That's 100% of the reason. I just love this Easter egg. I love everything about it. Even though it's super simple and super easy, you don't get a reward from it. You just get Samantha screaming at you. I love doing it. Every time I'm in this map, I do it. It's a really nice, fun, and creepy little Easter egg, and I just love when Samantha screams at you, game over. And to me, that's a reward enough, and that's why it's at number 2, and mainly just because pure nostalgia. Alright, and taking number 1 spot is going to be the Moon Easter egg. Now, I've said this so many times, and I'll say it again. In my opinion, the Moon Easter egg is the best Easter egg in Call of Duty Zombies history. The steps, what you get after the Easter egg, the storyline information that we learn, the cliffhanger that we get left on, it was all perfect. The only one part I hate about this Easter egg is having to wait for that excavator to come down, but other than that, I love this entire thing, and I think the reward was awesome. I love how we actually blow up the Earth. That was such a huge shock to me back in the day, even though I'm not a huge fan of the direction Zelensky actually took with it in Black Ops 2. But back during the moon time, that was an amazing way to end Black Ops 1. That cliffhanger that we got left on, the storyline information that we all learned, the Easter egg reward, how you have all the perks no matter what happens. This Easter egg ending, in my opinion, was absolutely flawless. It gave you a nice reward, and it just left you on this huge cliffhanger. We blew up the Earth. What happens next? Dempsey says all that work and all we did was blow up the Earth? What the fuck? And then Takeo vows to destroy Group 935. And Samantha says she wants her body back and she'll destroy Richtofen for taking her daddy away. It just gave you so much information and then dropped a huge bombshell on you and said, what's gonna happen next? We don't know. We'll see you in Black Ops 2. So in my opinion, this Easter egg ending was by far the best. I'm very curious to know which one was your guys' favorite. Let me know in the comments. And if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. Peace.